In this video, I'm going to share with you some Amazon online arbitrage sourcing cheat codes you need to be using to find tons of winning products to sell on Amazon in 2025. All right, guys, as we dig into this video, the number one thing you need to know as a beginner Amazon online arbitrage seller is that you don't really find winning products, you make winning products. And what that comes down to is that each website has one or two tips and tricks that create the profit margin on their items. And without those, it's going to be really difficult to find a lot of winning products. And with them, it becomes very, very simple. Because if you're paying 10, 20, or even 30%, or even in some cases a little bit more, less than your competition, you're going to find a lot more winning products than they are. So you have to understand that very, very few items are going to be profitable just at the advertised cost you see on the websites. And most of them are going to become profitable based on using different discounts. And we know this is the case because all the time when you're a newer seller, you say, okay, I'm finding stuff that sells quick, but the numbers aren't really working out yet. You can see that other people are selling those listings. So they have to be getting it profitable from somewhere. They have to be making money on it from somewhere. So the first one of those is going to be holiday sales right here. So if we take a look at these Yankee Candle candles right here. So taking a look, we can see they're buy boxing at 28. Taking a look down here on the chart, we can see the buy box is even creeping up here as well, closer to like 30 here. So if I were to FBA these, I'd totally FBM them in the buy box at like 38.4, 31 here. So we want to update that. And then we can see over on Yankee Candle here, these are going for $31, but there's buy two, get two free. So these aren't 31 right here, which would be definitely not profitable, right? They're 31 minus 50% right here. So now that makes it $3 profit and a 16% ROI, but I can stack on this coupon down here that gives us 20% just signing up. We can unsubscribe, resubscribe, or we can loop text sign up codes using Google Voice or Text Now. So now we can take off 20% from this and it becomes even better right here. And now I take this to $6 profit and a 45% ROI, but these wouldn't have worked without those discounts. And holiday sales are probably the one that comes up the most in terms like the biggest discounts, but it only happens, once or twice a month. Luckily, when you guys are watching this video, we have Mother's Day coming up, Memorial Day coming up, Father's Day, 4th of July, July Prime Day, and then back to school season. So tons of opportunities for these different sales to happen on these different retailers. And we can combine that with coupon codes like the Yankee Candle one like we just saw here that just make items a lot more profitable there. So the cool thing is once you know the specific discount for a specific website, you can just use it again and again, and it doesn't really go away for the most part, right? So like obviously holiday sales will be cyclical, but most of these other discounts are pretty much on 24/7. So you can just use them and take advantage of them and just make money on those different websites pretty easily here. And we can see like, okay, it just makes sense. 100 plus bought. They got a ton of reviews here. We know people are making money on this stuff. They obviously don't make sense at the advertised cost, but using that buy two, get two free, and then taking off that sign up code, we can make those a little bit better here. Then they become profitable right there. And that's the difference on so many items. It's just the number one mistake I see beginners make is expecting stuff to be profitable without using these discounts. The second one is going to be email sign up codes, pretty similar to what we just saw with that text sign up code, but just basically where you put in your email here. Take a look on these guys. We can see they're $25 over on Gap. Already profitable here, but if I scroll down here, I can actually go ahead and use this 20% sign up code as well. So we go here, 25, take off 20% here, right? Makes it $14 profit and a 69% ROI. That makes this listing even better here. It does have the private label alert on SellerAmp. Do not automatically avoid stuff that has the private label alert. Do not automatically avoid stuff that doesn't have a buy box. Right here, right? We can see the seller is not Gap the brand, and I can see there's other sellers on this as well. We can see their names here. A bunch of backordered sellers actually that aren't fully checked in. So these people should have their pricing a little bit higher until they're fully checked in, but that's a story for another video right here, right? So we can see that email sign-up code makes the world go round here. And I can pad my stats even more right here using discounted gift cards on CardBear, right? If I type in Gap here, I can see very, very good discounted gift cards here. We can see like 10, 15, even 18% off with discounted gift cards here. That's another great way to lower your buy costs and to create a lot more winning products here. So say we take off like, 14, 15% right here. Say we take off, 14% right here, right? We can see $17 profit, 96% ROI. It's just such a different story going from, right here at 35% ROI to down like 17 and making like pretty much 100% on that item right there. So it's so important that you make sure you're looking for holiday sales and make sure you're looking for email sign-up codes and text sign-up codes and discounted gift cards. It's incredibly helpful too. So we take a look at these Nautica long sleeve t-shirts. I want to show you guys what stacking these opportunities together can look like too. We can see they're buy boxing at $28 right here. Over on the Nautica website, we can see we can spin to win to get 15% off right here. So that's a pretty big discount. It just goes to 15% every time right there, right? We can see they're going for $15 right here. So at $14.99, they are not good, right? And remember, guys, this is after shipping, fees, sales tax, literally everything here. But if we take off 15% for that sign-up code, now this thing's getting there close. But combining discounted gift cards and coupon codes, which you can totally do, now say we get like 13% off with these discounted gift cards from GCX as well, which is actually a really simple process. A lot of people think it's pretty complicated right there, but you do it a couple times. It's nice and easy. A lot of these gift card providers also have bulk programs too. You can sign up for B2B, make it really easy. You can do wire transfers and everything like that, which is really, really helpful too. So combining coupon codes and discounted gift cards, or coupon codes and sales, and even combining those with discounted gift cards too, a lot more stuff's going to become profitable there too as well. Another one I really, really like that a lot of people miss is items that are more profitable FBM compared to FBA. So if we take a look at these shorts, these are buy boxing at 22, but there's actually $5 shipping. So you always need to make sure if you see the delivery price in there, which very rarely will, but if you do, you need to go ahead and add that in on SellerAmp to make it match up right there. Then we'd see this item actually is a lot more profitable FBA compared to FBM. But how do you actually know that? You got to go in and see, right? So we can see FBA, it's $6 profit. A lot of people think that to get the FBM numbers, you just subtract FBM shipping from this number. That's not true whatsoever. What you actually do, guys, is scroll down here on SellerAmp and toggle to the FBM fulfillment type right here. And then we have to add in estimated FBM costs right here, which you can get from howtofbm.com. So we plug in 5.5 right here. We can see that makes this 70% ROI and $7 profit compared to FBA, which is only $6 profit and a 57% ROI. And this specific example happens so often, and so many people miss so many leads like this, not taking a look at it right there. So it's incredibly important to actually be going ahead and plugging this stuff in on the SellerAmp profit calculator right here. And it's just, you're going to see a lot more winning products there. And you guys have seen actually a bunch of examples of winning products in this video too. So if you're looking for a good place to start out doing product research, you can literally just do the storefront stocking method right here and just scroll down, take a look at the other sellers right here, and go ahead and open up their storefronts, see what they got, their best brands, their best categories. You can make stuff a lot more worthwhile right there. So the FBM calculator on SellerAmp is a major hack, especially for items that are above 20 bucks, but below £1 right there as well. Another really good method is using your tax exempt certificate on websites that accept it, like Walmart and Home Depot right here. Just make sure you're following your state's rules. You just go to ChatGPT, ask, or just CPA YouTubers on Google to figure out how to get a sales tax certificate in your state, how to actively, report everything correctly. But that basically just lets you make it a B2B transaction and avoid sales tax, which adds to your profit margins, because most of you guys live in states that do have sales tax, right? So you are going to be charged sales tax. But for retailers, and a lot of times in store for retail arbitrage, you can avoid sales tax, which boosts your profit margins right there. You just have to make sure you remember to do the buy cost correctly here, because when you first set up SellerAmp, you should add in your SellerAmp sales tax in the MISC fee percent, not the MISC fee percent in your settings, but then you have to take it off here to even that out if it's a website you're using tax exempt on right there. So that's really helpful. Walmart and Home Depot are a couple good examples of that. And then another one I love, the final one, is subscribe and save an auto ship right here, which gives a good discount. A lot of like supplement websites especially too. Sometimes we can even stack auto ship discount with the coupon codes here. Just make stuff a lot more profitable right there. You have to understand, if you're doing all-in arbitrage sourcing, if you're just expecting stuff to be profitable at the advertised price, very, very little is going to be profitable. But if you're using those discounts and coupon codes and waiting for holiday sales, and you just learn the different sales cycle and discount cycle of different websites, I'd say right around like 50% of websites are good 24/7. 50% of websites are good like 5 to 10 days a month when they have a sale going on. That's going to let you find a lot more winning products quick. And if you feel a little overwhelmed by that, that's totally fine. That's part of being new to this here. But the nice thing is you only have to learn each discount for each website once. It's going to make things a lot easier. Appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, make sure to let us know down below. We love making these videos and helping you guys grow your Amazon businesses here at SellerAmp. If you haven't yet tried it out for 2 weeks completely free, don't even need an Amazon seller account, go to selleramp.com and get a 2-week free trial. Subscribe for more. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.